Well, remember a while back, we visited a couple of locations that GroundScape was working on. Wayne Guillot, how are you, sir? Good to see you again, as always.
Likewise.
We saw one beautiful house out on Back Bay that had been completed. Then we came to this house,
Yes.
and this is a house that you were just starting to work on. The grounds were all tore up. Tell us what we saw last time we were here.
Last time we were here, Jim, we had excavated behind the beds for drainage. We didn't have the plant material in. We might have had the beds built to the height that they needed to be, but now you'll be able to see that we've put the drainage in. We're allowing. They didn't have to put any gutters on the house. Water falls in the rock area. There's a pipe in there. There's a discharge out, so none of this water.
Is that what
stays
you call
in.
a French drain?
It is. It's a gutter drain too. It's instead of putting gutters on the roof, they're down in the ground here, where they're more easily managed. It's easier to blow the leaves off of them down here than it is to
clean the leaves out of the gutter. Oh, I've done that before. I know what a pain that is. But as you can see now, you've built this up. You've got brick in here. It's a lot of different plants, and it's just really nice the way you've got it landscaped.
Well, we tried to. She wanted a border. She wanted hers to stand out a little different. So that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to make hers different in the neighborhood, and it's turned out really nice. We've trimmed back some of the shrubs that were overgrown. Some of the stuff we've pulled up and replaced. Some things that we've cut the trees that they didn't show, but they on the other side of the house they had some large holly trees that were growing into the house. We had to remove.
Right.
The customer is very conscious of the termites.
Right.
So we were trying to situate things.
Now this area here before you had it, it was really dug up and everything, and there you were putting some of the drain pipes in, as you mentioned, and now you see again how you've got it all filled in.
Well, this is a bad valley. The water splashes. That's why we also have the rock. It helps alleviate the water washing any of the.
And you see now where you got it, where it comes out through this drain here.
Correct.
Then it waters the grass.
Once it's rained on it, yes, it's watered it again. But I don't remember if we have shots of the back, but we took out a lot of stuff in the back. They had a lot of stuff that was overgrown. These things were probably about 6 foot. These are Nandina domestica. They were really tall.
I've always wondered what these are because I have one on my front porch. Nandina domestica.
Yes.
Now I know.
And the neat thing about them is most people cut them the same height. If you notice, the stalks are trimmed at different heights.
Yeah, they're little tiers.
Right. What happens is the new growth it fills the plant out, and it also when it puts berries, it'll put berries up on the entire plant.
Nice. Now, whenever you are looking at putting different plants or whatever as far as landscaping, do you make suggestions to the homeowner, or as what would be good in the area, what would look good in a particular part of their yard?
We always do that. We look at sunshade, the amount of water that's in the area. We look at all those factors because we want to make sure that we're putting the right plant in the right place. You don't want to put a full sun plant in the shade. It doesn't.
No.
It'll grow, but it doesn't grow properly.
Now here we got. Is that a sprinkler system you've got down there?
Yes.
Okay.
That waters the root ball right there.
And you see how the drain thing goes all the way around? And you've cut all these back?
Yes. This is a Fatsia. These things do much better in the shade. They were in the original landscape, and we just didn't replace them. They do much better in full to part shade. They'll get really dark and green. The sun burns them fairly easy.
Well, we've got so much right here. Then you have that.
And this right here was we cut it way back. It was just stick. It's a Yopon, and we had to cut it back, and it was real branchy.
Well, this is actually a residence that you've done, but you also do commercial.
Correct.
And so we're going to go show you now a commercial job that they worked on here with GroundScape here on the Gulf Coast. Now, you do commercial business like you've done here with this new miniature golf course.
Yes, we do. We put all the plant material in. we have some underlayment underneath the rock, keep the rock from mitigating into the soil. Helps with erosion, the drainage. We also have we've set up the drainage so it doesn't erode the dirt that's underneath the rock. But we had to haul all this rock in here. It came in 3 big trailer truck loads, so there's a lot of it. Yeah, there's over 70 tons of rock in here.
Wow. And you've got it layered out so nice. I mean, you got and the tiers and everything that is perfectly fitting of a miniature golf course. You give people nice things to look at, and the way that you've set up the plants and everything is like some holes you can see the next hole, some of them you can't. Well, this is really nice. That's
kind of what we're trying to do, is try to have a little curiosity what's around the next bush.
Yeah.
So it turned out really nice. The owner's happy.
Well, as you can see over here too, I mean, there's just more of the ligustrum, and I only know that because he told me.
The windmill palms.
Yes, got plenty of the palms.
We have some bamboo along the fence. We would try to put it out the way because it does spread.
Yeah, that stuff gets high fast.
Yes.
And I love this, the big rock pile in the middle. I'm sure it took some time and a lot of effort to put this waterfall together.
It was set up before we came in, Jim. So,
oh, was it? Okay.
Yes, we didn't put the water features in. What we did put was all the landscaping and the rock drainage and the irrigation.
When people go to looking at putting kind of different rocks in here, what kind of rock is this that you chose to put in here, and why?
It's a Tennessee redstone. We had to order it. We tried to make sure that we had enough. The hard part is calculating the area. If you put it, we have such a large area. If you put it 1 inch thicker over the entire area, it adds quite a few tons to the job site.
Wow.
And if you put it thinner, but we were within about 5 tons of what we actually put down.
This is really, really nice. And of course, it doesn't matter if you're putting in a miniature golf course or if you got a new office building or whatever. When it comes to commercial landscape, the best thing to do is call you. You come out and give them an estimate.
We'll see what the owner's looking for, what type of design they want, what type of plant material they want to use. Because once we're done, we're gone, and they have to look at it every day. So I want to situate the job so that they appreciate it every time they drive up on a commercial job, and so do their customers.
All right, Wayne, thank you so much for showing us around here. Love the finished job that you did over at that home there. If you're looking for a great business to come out and do some landscaping for you, they'll go all over the Gulf Coast. It's called GroundScape Incorporated.